Ladies, grab those drinks. Sip on that, girls are on. With your host, Porcia Mann. It's time for real talk, real love, and maybe a little ratchetness. Sip on that.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Sip on That. You already know, real love, real laugh, and we got these fancy drinks, so today we might get a little ratchet. My name is Porcia Mann.
I'm Tanya Chambers.
I am Tiffany Mann.
And I'm Tia Mann, baby. So go ahead, like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell.
Ding, ding, ding. Speaking of the drinks, what we sipping on today, Ton?
We sipping on some refreshing coconut rum, dark rum, the Bahama Mama.
Okay.
Yeah, reminds me.
This for our mamas.
Yes. Hold on, let me pour one out for my. No.
This is for my home.
Oh, I want to hurry up and dive into this. Let's get to it. Life may take you up. Life may take you down.
ma'am.
Just make sure there's enough drinks to go around.
Man.
Let me sip on this.
Stir a little bit.
Oh, Brandon, you did that.
Oh, wow. That's-
I can
the way
taste the
it-
dark.
Man, the way she be blessing us with the hand, with the
okay, this thing is right. Oh, this thing is right.
And it has just a good amount of sweetness to it. Yeah.
Come on here.
Well, while the ladies continue to sip this Bahama Mama, I'm going to tell you what we're talking about. Mamas. We're talking about all things motherhood.
Hey, mama.
All things mamas, our relationships with our mothers, all kinds of things. So let's dive into a portion.
Let's dive into it. Okay, so y'all know I just be reading every kind of article
Okay.
in life. I came across an article on ebony.com, and I'm just going to read you a little quote from it. You do not have to dismiss your emotions to tend to your mother's, but your willingness to understand the factors that fueled her behavior can be the difference in reconstructing a healthy relationship with your mother or not. Didn't that hit you in the stomach?
did.
though?
Oh, deep in
Spirit.
Shondo.
Deep in my stomach. Okay, so I wanted to take this episode to honor our mothers while still having real conversations about what it is, the mother-daughter relationship, because it's not always sunny. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always sunny days.
It ain't always peachy.
Right. So my first question is, what is your favorite thing about your mother? I'll go first.
Okay.
I was blessed to grow up with two mothers. So my favorite thing about my biological mother, she is always so positive.
Yes.
Yeah.
It don't matter. You could be looking a fool, and she gonna be like, "Boo, you look really good today."
You are beautiful.
You are beautiful.
Encouraging.
Yes.
She's very encouraging. So that's my favorite thing about her. My favorite thing about my other mom is she really takes the time to show us like what a well-rounded woman. Like I've seen mama in full work mode, and then, all right, let me cook dinner for everybody, you, the grandkids, and while she's still. So that's my favorite thing about her, is her showing us the well-roundedness. Yep.
Well, like Portia, I too have two mothers, and my mama Toye. I love her hunger for knowledge. You gonna always catch her reading a book, trying to find something, learn something, and she really, really took the time to instill that in me. And my mama Tam, I love how she will create something from nothing. Like she will take a flower and a stick of gum and a Band-Aid and make something incredibly beautiful from any level. It ain't just about like money or nothing. Like she shows me how to make something from nothing, and it's really impressive and beautiful.
Yeah. Favorite thing about my mom, Princess, is her kindness. I have a lot of other motherly figures in my life, but her kindness. She is kind to everyone she meets.
Everybody.
Strangers. She's even kind to foes. When we were kids and stuff, she would still be kind and nice to people that were mean to her, and I'd be like pissed.
Right.
I'd be pissed. She'll bend over backwards to do anything for anybody, and I feel like that's my favorite thing about her. And she makes friends like very quickly.
Shout out to
Like,
AP.
yeah.
Well, for those that don't know, look, Tamela. I think the best thing about my mom is her work ethic. at doing her craft. Like if she's gonna put 100% in
Absolutely.
whatever that thing is, and her nurturing. Like
Yeah.
she's very nurturing. Like. And she gonna feed you. Make sure you good. You got some clothes.
food.
Okay, well let me go grab y'all some socks or something. You know, she's that type of person. So she's gonna make sure that everybody on the squad is well taken care of. And I just love that about her because it don't matter how high or whatever, however people think or view her, like being a celebrity or whatever. But she is gonna get in there and work and
Absolutely.
just
Yeah.
outwork anybody basically. So you know. That's
They be
what
looking
I love.
at you like are
why
you gonna offer your hand?
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
for sure.
Because that's one thing I do remember about Mom. Like, if you at somebody's house or if you go to somebody something, don't show up empty-handed. If you see everybody working, get up and do some work.
And if you
yourself.
didn't bring anything, offer your hands.
Offer your
Clean
hands.
up,
Right.
mop,
Got
sweep,
something to
you know,
offer.
something, you
Right.
know.
Don't just show up and take a bunch of to-go plates.
I mean, baby, because she will
she
let
gonna get
you
on you.
have it. and the thing with her, whatever is on, what she feeling, it's on her face.
It is.
On her
Yeah,
face.
so you gonna know.
Speaking of, how are you and your mothers the same?
Oh,
Oh, right, man. I got a list, but I'm gonna try to narrow it down. I'm gonna let you go first. Tia.
Yeah,
How you
because-
and Mama the same?
the thing is, and I know everybody be like, well, you know, me and her act just the same. We're both Geminis. Like it's just like. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's like we act so much alike. It's
two
like,
faces.
Man, say. I be like, bro, stop doing it. But I can't tell her stop doing it because I probably do the same thing. Like, yeah. So, but yeah, there you go.
It's the small things about, you know, me and my mom, how we're like, growing up, I used to hate the way she drove. You know how- yes, how she
Baby.
drives. And I would
Man, she
hate it.
drive-
And now I drive exactly the same.
like a bat out of hell.
Exactly.
That's true,
The
cuz,
same.
yeah.
Yes, she goes on the defense. Like, you know, if she's in a conversation with somebody and they maybe give her some criticism, I do that too.
Yeah.
I get on the defense sometimes, but it's really those small things. The eating, like she'll be eating something and I'll be like,
Because I do the same thing.
and I'm like, oh, she's smacking. And then I'm like doing the same things. I catch myself and then I'm like,
Same.
But
But
yeah.
mine is, so on a large scale, the stubbornness.
oh yeah.
My mama, Deshon, is stubborn. So I get that we are alike in that way, but also that's where I get a lot of my, everything is positive and just see the good in everything and everybody. So that, I get that from her.
That's-
Mama Tam, just over the years, I feel like I have picked up a lot of the nurturing traits. So we are alike in that way, just nurturers.
So my mama Toy, it takes us a very long time to get angry. It takes a whole lot. You got to be doing stuff for a long time. We're very patient.
Right.
But once that switch is flipped,
Wrap.
oh boy. If you've never seen Toy Sherilyn mad, it's quite an event, okay? And so I do get that from her. It takes a long time.
Yeah.
Just try not to get there. Amen.
You gotta be poking and prying at Tiffany.
Yeah.
Like, it gotta be something like.
Gradually build.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta
She gonna
be
hit you
on
on
that
them.
nerve, right?
Yeah, and she taught me how to go off in very classy ways. She's very good at that.
Shout out to you, Toy, because that is one of the things.
She
I'm like, "Damn, I
that's she
wish
the
I
one who
had
like
that."
flipping the SAT mode in
Yeah.
SAT mode. Like
Yeah.
that's from my mama.
Yeah.
Like she will go off on you and she gets very articulate because she wants to be clear about what she's saying.
Yeah.
She
Gotcha.
wants you to really understand it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll rip you up.
And with Mama Tam, what's hilarious is, all these years we realized like we didn't have a real relationship. We just realized in the last few months, like, let me cultivate this.
Right.
So I'm still learning what I have in common with Mama.
Yeah, that's dope though. Okay.
I feel like y'all work ethic is kind of like the same, as far as like
hustle.
the hustle of the showbiz. So I mean, I feel like y'all have that in common for sure.
Okay. What is your favorite childhood memory with your mom? I have so many. I'm gonna let somebody
Oh
else
my
go
God.
first. 'Cause
What?
I can figure out
Church. Anything dealing with church. My mama had us in church for Monday night usher practice, Tuesday night choir rehearsal, Wednesday night Bible study,
Right.
vacation Bible school in the summers. Baby, they would have this competition where you brought the most family and friends. We run the trophy every year because my mama would load up vans to bring people to vacation Bible school.
Vacation Bible school.
Baby, and that was some of the most fun is cultivating those memories, like riding back and forth to church and listening to gospel music and stuff like that. Memories I cherish forever.
Absolutely. Mine are kind of the same. My mama had us in I know we was in church about 3 or 4 times.
Same.
3 or 4 times a week.
Why should I be troubled?
Yeah, but
Yes. Once I left home, we was in church on bus. Once I left home, I was like, I ain't never going back to church. I ain't never going back. But for me, I was involved in a lot of sports and activities and that sort of thing, like cheerleading. So my mom being there supporting me and being in the stands and, really being my biggest supporter.
And Prince
like,
gonna have her phone. Like
she gonna have her phone. She gonna be encouraging you. She don't care what nobody else in the stands. If somebody in the stands is saying something, she got to get on them. She got to get on. It don't matter if I just missed the free throw or not, but go get on. Yeah.
Be like, that's all right, baby.
all right. Get 'em next time.
Yes.
Right.
Next foul.
I think, like, we as kids, we did a lot of like, well, I can't say we went to church. Well, people think like, cause it's Tamela Man that we was in the church, like sitting up at. We was at the church, but we was there for rehearsals, like singing, engagements, midnight musicals. That's what we was doing. But I think for me, my favorite childhood moments are when we went to Disney World and she got to experience those things. But I can't, because if I'm not mistaken, that was her first time going to Disney World when we all went.
Oh yeah,
as a family. So I just like those first time moments with her and just seeing her,
Mine is Christmas with mama. With my mama Tam, it's my
yeah.
favorite
Y'all
childhood.
both get into that Christmas spirit.
Christmas, when I first moved in, Tia and David would not be excited to put up the Christmas tree, and I would be like, what y'all doing? But mama was always so excited. That's some of my favorite childhood memories are putting the village up for Christmas.
Yes.
And then she had a train that rode around putting up the Christmas tree. Those are some of my favorite childhood memories.
Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
that's cute or whatever. That's given.
Yeah.
Well, but she gonna have a winter wonderland.
Man, have a whole room blocked off just for the Christmas decorations.
I feel like I started, you know how I feel like around the Christmas time.
Yeah.
But I feel like ever since I started coming over to Aunt Tam house for Christmas, I feel like I've gotten more in the Christmas spirit. It's magical. The tree is huge.
Especially now that we're like doing like Christmas Eve, our family, or the day before Christmas Eve, or whichever day we pick.
Yeah.
Either we're doing the cook-off or we're doing some type of challenge.
Yeah.
Like this last year, we did a paint challenge or whatever, like with everybody painting this thing. So it's been a great
Experience.
situation with the family.
What about as an adult? What's your favorite memory with your mom as an adult? Mine is hands down Vegas. Like we recently took a Vegas trip with mama and
2020?
That was
was it? It was a couple years ago.
2021.
Oh, okay,
March.
then last year.
Yeah.
I had the most amazing time. We had I ain't gonna reveal everything because you know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But we got to connect. We got to connect in a way that we have
On a totally
different level. I'm talking about y'all. We was in the hotel room like, I know I love you too.
Yes, for sure.
So as an adult woman, it would definitely be that trip to Vegas with my mom. Not just the conversation, but we actually bonded as grown women. With my mama Deshon, my favorite adult memory is this past Thanksgiving, honestly. We sat and talked like we've never talked before on some grown woman stuff and understood each other. That's the thing. We've been talking, but we've not really understood each other. So as a grown woman, I was like, I'm finally able to connect with my mama as a grown woman.
That's what's up.
Feels amazing.
Dang, I feel like the Vegas trip was like
Vegas was
That
iconic. Vegas was iconic.
Vegas
I
was
think
popping.
that and doing in our adult situation doing the tours with mom, and because that's normally you like looking at mama go work. No, we was all working. Like we all part of the show, the Man Family tour or the Man World tour. Like we were a part of that. So I felt like that was a good memory just to have with her, and even doing the album with her, like. the Love album, even with Dad, it was a good experience to do that with that in my adulthood.
Yeah.
I feel like mine, one that I can remember vividly is my mom is a black belt in Taekwondo. So we took a road trip to San Antonio. So she could be in a tournament, in a Taekwondo tournament. I know, it's so cute. But just, having a good time, relaxing with each other, singing, talking about our love of martial arts and getting to see her fight people. This brings me back to the part about her being kind. She literally kicked a girl in the head and apologized on the mat. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, get back into it.
Snap out of it.
She'll be all right. The roles reversed. It is, but I felt like we had a good time and really bonded on that trip.
Yeah,
So
That's what's up.
yeah.
My favorite adult memories are with my mama Toye. She got married recently.
Okay.
And it's sort of that almost a role reversal, like you were sort of saying, and humanizing her in a way.
Okay.
She was a little blushing bride. And it was like pacing, it was nervous, and I was like, look at that baby. And so like she stayed the night at my place, and we made her bouquet, and I did her makeup for her wedding day, and so
that was
it was so sweet.
That was
It was really sweet. And my mama Tam was also recently, I was assisting her with a TV show. And, that entails like getting food and helping her get dressed or running whatever errands that need to be ran.
Right.
And we found ourselves like at a sort of a downtime. Like she wasn't in a certain episode, so we were kind of chilling in the dressing room. And we began to talk, and we stumbled into conversations we never had about childhood, that we never had about each other and adulthood, and melted away so much of the like myth and mystery of each other, and really truly bonded and had a conversation for the first time. And I'm like, wow. And it was a lot that I didn't know about her.
Yeah.
It's a lot she didn't know about me. And we got to talk to each other. And it was really, really beautiful.
I love that for you, because I know how you feel about that kind of stuff, just like melting away. Dope. Okay. So that brings me to my next question. What is the most difficult aspect of the mother-daughter relationship? Because mother-daughter relationships, as beautiful as they can be, they definitely have those like
They can be tumultuous, yes.
moments.
I know.
Seriously.
I say for me, and she's working on it, and I can say she is. It was me growing up, and don't come for my mama when I say this, okay? The judgmental thing.
Okay.
So that was a thing for me to where I couldn't grasp. Like I said, and don't get me wrong, because me and her are one of the same. So it's just like I could be, sometimes I used to be very judgmental and, looking at like, why are you doing that? Ugh, but I gotten help with that. With, like I said, with you and Justin, y'all helped me see different, perspectives and all the extra other things. But now it's like our time to help her. And she's working on it, and she's being mindful of it, and really thinking out. So that was what I didn't like, but I'm glad to see her that she's willing to learn to outgrow that.
Absolutely. That's for me, that would be it for mama too, for my mama Tam. It was, so once I started to, as a child, as a teen, we were this, there was no like tension or something. It was like common teenage stuff, like I'm mad, I don't want to wash the dishes. But as I started to become a woman and have children, I felt judged, right? And so I was like, how are we gonna work through this? Like, how can we work through this? But what I did was humanize her, like you just said. I made her human. Like, okay, Portia, go back to where you were when you were in your early 20s, right? Think of all the things that she's had up against her. Think of all the things that, and she's your mama. So I feel like mothers by nature, we be judgy a little bit. That's just, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying
you want the best.
because we want the best, right? But I do feel like that kind of hindered the relationship. But once we talked about that, Vegas was
Yeah,
Pressure.
And I remember that moment at
Yes.
the table, and I'm crying, and we're all crying.
Because I told her things that I never told
Yes.
her before. So
Yes.
the most difficult aspect of her and I's relationship is just getting to where we can connect with one another and understand each other's walk. You get
that's
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying?
That's why I said
Right.
she's willing to learn and kind of outgrow that situation.
Right.
Yeah,
with my mom, Deshon.
Yes.
The most difficult aspect of our relationship is because she's so positive. And she's spiritual. My mama, I can call her to talk about Lion King, and she gonna find some kind of way to be like, well, I got a revelation from Lion King.
She did. She was like, and Simba.
And so I be like, Mama, I just want to call you right now and have a regular conversation like mother-daughter, but I understand her stance. She'll hit me with, Portia, I'm a minister. This is what I do. It is my job to encourage you. So I've found it hard to kind of call and connect with her just on some like, oh, Mama, let me tell you what this nigga did type stuff. You get what I'm saying?
So she's going to be so positive.
Right. And I'm like, I want to talk shit about him. Let's be positive after the fact. But she be
Now,
like,
boo.
nope. Right.
Now, boo. Now, boo.
Now, boo.
And with my mom, it's past expectations and perceived indifference.
Okay.
She feels like I'm dismissive of her feelings, and she feels unimportant in my eyes. And I didn't even know this until like later in life in my adulthood. I was like, why are we constantly at each other's throats? I felt like I was doing a good job as a daughter by calling and checking on her every day. But after talking to her and, you know, her kind of expressing her feelings, she would be like, I feel like when I call you, you're very dismissive. You're very quick to hang up. Hey, love you, I'm busy, bye. And in my mind, it's, hey, I'm busy, but I'm calling to check on my mom, and you know, I just want to know she's okay, but I'm done with the conversation. But she's not done. She wants to, you know, continue talking, and she feels like, you know, maybe I'm upset at her for something. That indifference that's, you know, maybe
no,
not.
I know. I'm actually closer to Tanya's mama. I'm closer to my Aunt Princess than I am to both of my moms.
Yeah. Wow.
And I've not figured out why I'll say within the last 5 years, me and Aunt Princess have become super tight. So I know I be working on the other end. I be like, no, Aunt Princess gotta get
I know, worker. But it is like, I felt like it was my job to reassure her.
Yeah.
Hey, you're an important aspect in my life. I mean, with the encouragement part, I mean, she helps me. Nobody can tell me shit.
right.
About who I am and who I'm gonna be,
Real
because Princess is gonna make sure I know.
Yeah, for sure.
I know, but and maybe the expectations part of it, just from the past, anyways. We'll have to continue to work through those.
Right. 'Cause that's
we working on it.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
That's good. So do you make yourself available for her though a lot?
I have now.
Oh, cause that's
Like,
good.
if
maybe
I'm-
that's what it is. Just the quality time.
Yes.
And you're her oldest daughter.
I feel like that's her love language.
Yeah.
My love language is acts of service. Like what she's doing today.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
how, you know, I perceive love. But hers is spending that quality time.
Yeah. So you have to kind of meet her halfway, Ton.
I'm trying making space, making time.
I be like,
I took her to the movies. I mean,
No, but that's
That's
good.
yeah.
Though, but I'm
Yeah.
saying that's good that you're working at
Yes.
that. You know,
Yeah.
just and you see the what's wrong.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Instead of looking past it.
Well, for me, with Mama Tam, it was a barrier that she and I never got to connect because it was through my mom and then filtered through my dad and then to her.
Absolutely.
And so it was always conversations that happened between whatever turbulence was happening between my mom and dad at the time or whatever was happening. We never actually connected. So she was sort of an entity that was always in my life. And I was present, you know, coexisting.
right.
But we made a lot of assumptions about each other. And that was the hardest aspect with her. And with my mama Toye, Mama, I love you. I love you, okay? I love you so much. You are awesome. The perception of perfection, right? Putting so much energy into making things look like they're okay rather than putting that energy into working to make it okay. I'm the type, let's unpack this, let's air it out so we see what it is, call it for what it is, and we working from there. She's like, no, you tuck that away, shut up, and we gonna smile.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not that girl.
Cause you gonna be like this.
I'm not that girl, and like I used to get in a lot of trouble because of my mouth. Now, as an adult, I've learned how to speak a little better because my mouth used to be a little hot, a little spicy.
Funky
You will get somebody together, but eloquent.
Did you
Right.
say? Did you say was?
Definitely still will.
I mean, it's not as spicy now.
It take you some time to get there, but you.
It's still a little spicy. It's a
If she
little
hit you
lemon
with
pepper.
okay, yeah, you at it or you about to
I be
run?
want to give her them was.
No, but like, so we've had a lot of like explosive conversations because I'm like, no, let's talk about it's an elephant in the room. We
Right.
see that big old mother fluffer right there.
Right.
Why are we not talking about that?
Right.
And she'd be like, what elephant?
Right.
I don't see nothing.
You know what I mean?
Elephant
And-
sitting there eating popcorn.
you know what I'm saying? So, and I understand that's a survival tactic. She's been through so much, and that is the way that she has found to cope.
Right.
But I'm choosing different, and I hope for her, and my hope and wish for her is for her to like work through that stuff so she can see on the other side. It's so beautiful.
Beautiful. Ain't
Yeah.
it
So
beautiful? Ain't it beautiful? Okay. So my last question is, what is one thing that your mother, in our case mothers, told you that stuck with you? The one thing, I know it's hard to choose one thing, but what is one thing? I'm gonna answer first to give y'all time to let that marinate.
God.
But what is one thing? So for me, my mom, Deshon, she always told me to walk boldly. Walk boldly, know who you are, and she was real big on confidence. And just that walk boldly for me, I take that everywhere. I'm going to walk boldly in who I am and know who I am and keep your head held high. For my mama Tam, and I think this is something that her mother told her, I'm about to steal yours.
Don't.
Because I already know what you're about to say.
Oh.
In all your ways, acknowledge
Acknowledge
God, and He will direct your steps.
Oh well, now mine's just
That is. But
She's told me that.
Right, that sticks with me because now I talk to God. It could be in the kitchen. I see Mama cooking. She be like, Lord, help to make this food real good for everybody. In everything, she'll walk in the store and be like, put it in my way, Lord.
Yep.
And we'll walk right in the store and look for what she came for. So
they'd be like hot.
acknowledge him. Right. Acknowledge him.
Right.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Think of just one saying.
Huh?
I don't know. I can't think of just one saying that she says.
And Princess,
That's a lot of
she got
stuff.
a lot.
Leave these niggas alone. That's her biggest thing.
Make these niggas respect you.
Yes, she will. But it was, I guess, perseverance for me. She just always said, keep going. Like,
Yeah.
don't let anybody stop you. Keep going, finish, and,
Yeah.
you'll be all right. So, but yeah.
I
So,
think.
Tim?
Oh, well, I think it was kind of like similar, but she said it was grandma telling her, love God and He'll take you far.
Uh-huh.
So
Got you. That's,
that really has stuck with me
yeah.
for a long, long time.
Got you.
Why? Are you getting teary-eyed, girl?
Yeah, because
that's
that's
real.
special and it's real.
It's special, but
It's okay to
you ain't gotta cry. Good. Nah, but yeah, but it's really that. Love God and God will take you far.
Yeah.
And put you in the
He ain't gonna
places
fail
in
you,
the
sis.
in the places and at the level that you need to be at. So
Absolutely.
yeah, for sure.
100.
my mama Toye has always been like my number one supporter. She saw my dreams before I did.
Yeah.
And anytime I walk out the door to school, to rehearsal, to go play, she says, I love you, do your best today. Every day.
Yeah.
And anytime I'd like made up a dumb song, it was dumb. They were terrible songs. She'd be like, yay, Tiffany. Every time. And like she was so encouraging, which made me be like, okay, this stupid song can go far. And then, I am where I am today. And my mama Tam, I can't think of a phrase at the moment. It might be this behind my mama that's impairing my memory. But I will just say what she's instilled in me is to cultivate a home and how to take care of your husband. Like I ain't seen a woman take care of their man and their children, their home like that. She a bomb at that, baby.
It's all the way together.
All the way.
Boy,
Yeah.
and we'll get you together if anybody say anything to them.
Okay.
Absolutely.
She just because I don't want nobody saying nothing to y'all. Get 'em, mama.
That be me too. I'm
Yeah.
like,
What you say?
What you say?
Your eyes be like this.
I have a question
Right.
for you, mother.
Okay.
What do you want your children to gather from you?
You trying to make me cry? That's what you trying to do.
And what you tell them? Yeah, what you tell them?
Because they act just like you.
Dude.
They do. The one, if I had to choose one thing that I want them, is to be true to who you are. Be true to who you are and what you believe in, no matter what the world says. Stand on an island by yourself and stand 10 toes down on that shit if you have to. If it's what you truly believe in, I want them to see that. I want them to look at me and go, Mama been through some shit, but she's strong. And this is how she got out of it. That's if I had to choose one.
They
That's
definitely
three
gonna
things,
see you.
but-
They definitely
you
gonna
got
see
three
your
daughters?
strength. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
If anything, they're gonna see your strength in your endurance of just actually wanting to come out, not to stay still and be like, well, I just don't know what to do.
Wallow.
No, I'm
That's-
gonna
They definitely gonna walk boldly
That's a
because
lot
of
of the
you.
driving force for me. I'm not gonna cry.
Yes, you
today.
are. That's all right.
yes.
To just work on the relationships with both of my moms. I want them to see what that look like. You know what I'm saying? I want them to be like, we're going to go through stuff with mama, but it was important for me not to be like, I'm frustrated with my mamas. They not getting it. We not connecting. Screw them. I won't deal with them. I don't want my kids to be like that. So whatever it takes, I'm going to do that to make it work with both of my mothers.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's it for me.
No, I think that's important. One of my favorite things to watch you do is to listen to your girls. They can come to you and talk to you and open up to you in a way that our generation didn't experience with our mothers all the time. And they can come to you respectfully.
Right.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
But they really can come to you and you are actively listening to them and guiding them and not just letting them run rampant.
Yeah.
But like you really listen to your babies and to have a support system like that, baby, they gonna go far.
Yes.
My niece
Yeah.
is about to go far.
Right. Well, that's all I have.
She crying now, so she
That's
want to hurry up
all
and
I-
run.
That was really my last question.
come up
I
with-
just God just dropped me a paper towel. That was so crazy. He dropped me,
He'll do it.
to both of my mothers, I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you. You know,
And they know it.
it ain't always pretty with us, but I know what it is. I've never questioned the love. I've never questioned the love or care for me, for my daughters, and I pray that my daughters, when they look at me, that they see you too. And that's, we can end on that note. Somebody else can close the show out for the
Well, I mean, talk, daughter, preach. She got my brother crying over there too, y'all. But I guess you got all of us got. I got one tear.
I'm not.
It's just my one
Let me
tear.
create a tear. Let me talk to mama. I love you.
Yeah.
You always been there for me.
Yeah.
And even though we've gone through our trials and tribulations, the one thing I can always say is I was loved. Loved and protected.
Yes.
Baby, this woman will protect me from any and everything.
Yeah.
Anything coming my way, she has tried to shield.
Right.
And I love you and I appreciate you for that.
And I love you too, Ain't Princess, because Ain't Princess.
She's like another mother.
Like
She is.
another mother to me, absolutely.
See, but that's crazy though, cause y'all got other mamas. I only got one,
Yeah.
That's all you need.
and that's why I hold her with the
Yeah.
It's like a base that can't be broken.
Absolutely.
So it's just like, mama, whew, girl,
Man.
don't throw your cryness on me.
Because it's
honest.
honest.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like a vase that can't be broken. So it's just I hold her with a lot of care.
Absolutely.
Even though we don't see eye to eye and we act alike sometimes, and like I said, we don't see eye to eye, but it's definitely, it's I kudos to y'all, because y'all got it. Just in case if anything go wrong, y'all have another somebody to go to, and I can't say that I have the same. So that's why I look to you guys for that. So
I be your mama.
I want to say I am proud of my mamas.
yeah.
Y'all, life has thrown y'all curveball after curveball, and y'all stood 10 toes down and showed us what a warrior looks like.
Right.
I appreciate everything you do for us. Y'all have mothered us and others. Y'all taking
Yes.
people under y'all's wings. So I want to say kudos to y'all. Thank y'all.
Yes.
And if you are watching and you have a mother or a mother figure or someone who has nurtured you, call them, text them, tell them thank you, and tell them you love them.
Yes,
Yes.
and you appreciate them.
Yeah.
Give them their flowers before they're gone.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Girl, I'm gonna have you a bouquet when you get home.
Yes, and amen.
Oh my goodness. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope we made y'all cry today. 'Cause I cried. I just thank y'all.
Yes.
That's really it.
Let's
Thank
take
y'all
another
for tuning
sip.
in. Until next time, we're going to sip our way out of this episode.
Y'all,
We'll see y'all next
we
time.
love y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. We love y'all. Ooh, my throat burning from crying. You know you can't have that good cry so your throat be burning.
Girl, shut up.
This is Tamela Mann. My new project, Overcomer Deluxe, is music for the heart. Overcomer Deluxe is available everywhere now.